Hi everyone, welcome back to another tutorial, and in today's tutorial I want to show you how to make this 5-strand bracelet. Now in this bracelet it's all one piece, it's all joined. I added way too many crystals in here, so I'm going to eliminate a few of them, and I used 2 toggle closures because I just find it a lot easier to do up a bracelet instead of using just one closure. This way, because it's a wide bracelet, I like to use 2 closures on a wide bracelet. So let me just see how this goes on. Alright, like that. Okay, I really like this. Now you can make this with all kinds of different beads. You don't even have to use what I'm using, but I just figured I'd use beads that weren't, you know, something you had to go out and buy. I'm sure everybody's got crystals of some kind and ADOs of some kind and toggles. The only thing you may not have are these end pieces, these end cap pieces, these bars, but you will need to get some of these or something to close the end off, or if you can figure out a different way to use the closure, then that will work out perfect for you. Okay, so in this bracelet I'm going to make exactly like this is, and I'm going to use the exact same beads, and I'm going to tell you the colors I'm using, which is a milky lavender toho in an 8/0. That would be this milky lavender here in the purple. And then I'm using transparent luster black in here. So this is a really pretty color. It's almost like black diamond in the crystal. And then in the 3mm, I am using tanzanite, which is a really pretty purple color. Like I said, you can use whatever beads. Once you get the hang of doing this, you can make tons of these. You know, they don't have to all be what I'm making. And you're going to need pliers. So you will need 2 pairs of pliers so you can close your jump rings, close these. I got these from eBay. They're just end caps. You're going to need 4 of, or 1 big one, whatever you want to do. However you want to finish the end with stuff you have at home, then go ahead. You'll see how we do this. So you can pretty much do whatever you want on the end. So I'm going to go and dump my beads and get started on this. And I'll show you, I don't know how many beads you're going to need. Everybody's size is going to be different. Like I said, I added too many crystals in here. And if you can see, when you stretch the bracelet out, there's puckers because there's too many crystals in there. So I should have went probably 2 or 3 crystals less. Yeah, it's just too many in the end here. So we'll fix that. So I'm going to go and start dumping my beads here, and I'm going to show you how to get started on making. I love these beads. These are Toho transparent luster black. Like I said, they almost look like black diamond. And we're going to need some purple ones. Actually, I have a package open. Finish this package off. Okay. Like that. And I probably will need a few more. Alright, and you will need some jump rings for your end. I've had to use 2 jump rings in here just to extend it to make it a wee bit longer. So, and you'll need 2 toggles. Now we need some 4mm Swarovski crystals. So let me get these out of my way. And I'm going to dump some crystals out. You will need, if you're using these kind of crystals, you're going to need a good chunk. I think I used 90 in each strip. So I'm going to be making a little bit less. I'm just going to dump a little pile here. And hope that's enough. Like that. Alright. Now, they're good to go. Let's get some fireline. Let's get, oh, and you're going to need some E6000 glue. And I'm using this stuff right here. So you will need this. You will need a pin or something to rub the glue on. You can use a head pin, piece of old wire, whatever you got on hand. Okay? And drink your coffee. Now, where's my fireline? Let's get some fireline going here. Okay, I don't want to take too much because it's a pain. And I do need to get a new needle because I've bent the eye of that one. So let's get a new needle. Squish the ends. Alright, now you can use whatever color you want and whatever bead you want. You do not have to use what I'm using, but I'm just showing you various ways to do this. You could put, or not various ways, I'm just showing you how to do this, and you can add whatever bead you want in here to complete your bracelet. But I really like this. It's as if you're wearing 5 different bracelets. So pretty. And again, purple is my absolute favorite color. Alright, so let's pick up 4 8/0s, and I'm using the purpley ones. So pick up 4 of them, bring them down to the end of your thread. You don't have to leave too long of a tail. Okay, and then you're going to start from the tail end, and you're going to go through the first 2 beads like that. So we're going to do a ladder stitch right now, and then we're going to continue on with herringbone. So you're coming out here, you're going to drop back down into the next 2 that you just put on here, your last 2. So it looks like that. So you have a little square. Now you're going to pick up 2 more. So this is ladder stitch. Okay, I hope you guys can see me. 2 more, and make a circle and go back through like this. Okay, putting them there, and then go through the 2 beads you just put on. So you're exiting out of your beads that you put on. Don't forget to exit out of there. Pick up 2 more, make a circle, go back through like that, and then go back down into the 2 beads that you just added on, and make sure you pull it like I just did. It's alright, because when we're completed we're going to put 10 sets of 2 on. Okay, so you're going to have 2, 4, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to put 10 sets on of groups of 2. So pick up 2 more, make a circle, like that, go through. Okay, there's 5, pick up 2 more, go through, pick up 2 more, two more, So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need 3 more groups of 2. Whoops. See, I did not go and exit into the last 2 beads I put on. So make sure you do that, or you'll have a mess. Pick up 2 more. Pick up 2 more. So I think we need 1 more group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, we don't need any more. Now, see how this is all rickety and crooked? We can fix that up by just going back through all these, weaving in and out. Okay? Go in. This will tighten up your base row. Like that. And now you're going to do it across again, because right now you just done the every second one, so now each one of them will have a double bridge across, or triple bridge, whatever. And this tightens it right up. So that is your base, and this part here, this actual part here, is hidden inside of the crimp ends. I forget what those are called again. Someone said that they were, but they're kind of like an end cap, and I bought them for super cheap on eBay from China. So they're some kind of an end bar cap. Alright, we are at the end of our ladder stitching, and now we're going to do some herringbone. So this is the base and the width of your bracelet. So that's why 2 of these fit perfectly across here. And this is why I chose this size. Okay, so 2 of them fit perfectly. Now we're going to do herringbone stitch, which is this entire area here. I forget how many rows I did here, but this bracelet was a bit too short for a size 8. So I added extra jumprings in there to make it longer. And it works out perfectly. So it was just that much too short. Anyway, pick up two 8/0s. You're going to drop down. You're coming out of the end bead here. You're going to drop down into the next bead, but only go down the 1 bead. Okay, placing those 2 beads on top like that. Now, if you bring your thread across to be even across, you have to go up 2 beads to go back up to the top. So this is what you're going to do for herringbone. You're going to go down 1, so you're going to pick up 2 more beads. You're going to go down 1 bead like this and up 2. Okay. I am not going to make a full-size bracelet like this again. I'm just going to make a Barbie piece. Okay? Because I don't want 2 bracelets in this color, and I don't want to waste a lot of fireline, and I don't want to waste a lot of time just making a sample piece here. Just so you guys can get the gist of how to do this. Alright, so I'm gonna, in here, I believe I did Like I said, I added too many 3 millimeters. These are 3 millimeter Swarovski bicones, by the way. 2, 4. Okay, let's see. I gotta use my needle to count how many rows I did. So I'm not counting this base row. I'm just counting here on, because the base row is hidden underneath these end caps here. So okay, I did 70 rows, and like I said, if you're making a size 8, you want to go maybe a jump ring longer, so that'll be about 2 more rows. Okay, so you're going to add 72 rows on here. So that's not counting your base row, like I told you. It's not counting these 2 here. It's counting 1, 2. So right now I've got 2 rows done. So pick up 2 more and just keep doing this for however long you want to make your bracelet. So you go down 1 and up 2 beads always in this technique. And keep your thread pulled tight. So pick up 2, go down 1, and up 2, like that. And this is what you call a herringbone stitch. It's a beautiful stitch. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to finish this. I'm going to do a little Barbie size, okay? I'm not going to do a great big huge long bracelet. So I'll be back when I think I have enough here to work with, so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. So I'll be back. Continue doing that, adding 2 beads, doing the length, and don't worry about this, okay, because it's all gonna get filled in, but it keeps all your bracelet all one piece, and I like that. So you don't have to add 5 bracelets together. I don't know, I just really love this idea, and I think it's really cute. So I'll be back. Do your bracelet now. Okay, well, we're at the our Barbie bracelet here. Bear in mind when you're making your first row, your first herringbone row, make sure you add 2 extra sets of, so you've done, say like you've done your 70 here, you're going to add 2 more extra ones for your next row of ladder stitch here. So that's what you're going to do now, is you're going to go and put your needle this way so it's facing this way. So you're exiting on this side. Make sure you're exiting on this side, because now you're going to pick up 2 more beads and you're going to build your ladder row again, like this, adding 2 more beads on each side for your, so this is, you're just making almost like a complete box is what you're doing, okay? So now you're going to pick up 2 more, and you're going to go right across the same way you did on the bottom here and reinforcing it by going back through all 10 sets of 2. So you're going to complete it this way. So I'm just finishing this quickly here. like that. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need 2 more, and we have 10. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go back and reinforce like we did on our first ladder stitch. So you're just going to weave back in and out, back and forth into the next groups, like into those two, and then go back up. Those two. And left into. Alright, and now we want to go back where we started. Miku, what are you doing, birdie? Alright, so now we are back over here. Now we're just going to make a box. So, whatever you've done in herringbone here, you're going to do in herringbone on this side too. Okay, so it's perfectly a rectangle. When your bracelet is done, you're going to have a rectangle like that. Alright, so I'm going to go off camera and I'm just going to begin doing herringbone by picking up 2, dropping down in the first one, like this. Oops. And then going back up 2, down 1, up 2, like that. Pick up 2, go down 1, and up 2. So just finish that. Do exactly the same amount of rows on this side, or you're going to throw this whole bracelet off. So make sure you double count, triple count your rows to make sure that you get the exact amount of rows. So I'm going to go do that. I'm going to come back and then I'm going to show you what to do next. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm at the end here where I've made my big long rectangle. Now to join this on, make sure when you join this that this doesn't become twisted like that. Okay, be very careful that doesn't happen. Make sure you lay your work out flat. And remember which bead you're coming out of is the bead you're going to enter in. So I'm coming out of the end bead, that laying flat, so I'm just going to go up and around, or up in here to join it. Oops. Let me move this down. And then I'm going to go back down and I'm going to go, I don't know, down a few beads in this row here to join it. So I'm going to go across now, go back up. I'm just securing it. So I'm going to go down, I don't know, 4 beads this time. Last time I think I went down 6. Until it's good and secure. And I think that's good and secure. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add a row of crystals in here. Now you're coming out of your end, so just work your way till you're coming out of your next group of beads. So I'm coming out of, there's these 2 ones that we worked out of with our herringbone, and then there's these 2 groups beside. So take these 2 groups here, you make sure you exit towards the middle of your beadwork. You're not exiting on this side. You have to be exiting on the inside here. Now all you're going to do is, if you noticed inside here, there's thread bridges in here. Now to get these crystals to be in the very middle of these two beads, you're going to exit, put your needle underneath those thread bridges right there. I hope you can see that. Alright, so I'm in the thread bridge, right beside the bead I'm coming out of, and I'm going to make a half hitch knot. Like that. And then I'm going to wrap my needle around that thread bridge again and create another half hitch knot. So I know that I'm in the middle now between these two groups of beads. So now we're going to go ahead and pick up our crystals. Now I don't know how many I'm going to need for this, but I'll try 29 because I did 29 rows. So let's pick up 29 and see if that's too many. Might be. 6, 10. And this is the only way I measured it, was just putting it down on the bead mat, stretching this out, and laying these crystals down. I forget now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. So keep adding crystals. Try not to let it pucker like I did. I'm just going to slowly add beads because I don't want it to buckle again, like that. And I think I can use one more bead only. Alright, so that looks about, it still looks like it's too much. So I'm just going to take off one bead. I don't want any kind of buckling in there. Alright, how does that look? Much better. Alright, so now we're going to do the same thing. You come across, not working with these two outside ones, you want to work under these two here. So you're going to catch the thread bridge that is in between the middle of those two beads. You can see where I'm at. I'm between 3 and 4, counting. Pull it up through there like that. Okay. Now you're going to do the same thing. Pull your needle through and tie a half hitch knot, like so. Pulling that nice and tight. Okay. Now, what I did in mine, you don't have to, but because these are all crystals, I went right back through all of these beads to the other side again. So I gave it an extra thickness of fireline. So I'm going back through them. Like this. This tail out of the way here. And then you're going to tie a half hitch knot in between your bridge there. Actually, I'm going to tie 2. I'm going to pull that nice and tight. Alright? Like that. And that's what you're trying to aim for. Now, all you're going to do is drop your needle down into your beadwork and weave your way over to the next group of 2 beads. Now, I'm where I need to be in these 2 here, but I'm facing outward. So I got to bring my needle up and work this way. So now in this group here, in this middle 2 here, I'm going to use my black diamond kind of beads, the luster, the black luster, and then I'm going to do 29 rows in the black luster. So down 1 and up 2. Oops, missed. Like that. and then pick up 2 more, down 1, up 2, and then you're just going to keep doing that all the way down here. You're going to repeat this process here on this side between these 2 beads, and your bracelet is going to be done. But I'm going to show you this in steps just so I don't get ahead of you here. Whatever amount of crystals I put in here, I will put on this side here so it stays balanced and this bracelet stays. If you put 2 extra beads in here, like I said, it's going to end up being like this. See how the crystals are dangling? These are too long. And it probably would have been really pretty if you would have crisscrossed them. Would have looked nice too. But that would have taken a substantial amount of crystals. So that's why I just left them straight. Again, it's just like wearing 5 bracelets if you don't put too many crystals in there. Okay? Just like, oops, this one's twisted. There we go. It's just like wearing 5 bracelets. I love it. And they, you know, if you do them right, if you do this right with the crystals and don't have so many in here, it's going to turn out perfect. But it is really pretty, and you got that, you know, you can use fire polish. Fire polish would be even pretty in this. Okay, so I'm going to go finish this, and when I get back to the crystals, I'll show you one more time how to do all of that in here. And then we'll finish off the ends, and then we will have a done bracelet. Okay? And stay tuned to the end, because I have a surprise for you. Bye. I'll be back. Okay guys, I want to show you quickly how to tie on and tie off thread in this herringbone stitch. As you can see, my thread is very short. So all I do in this herringbone is super easy. I just go back down like this, and I start tying half hitch knots between the beads. So I'm going to go down a few, tie off. This time I'm going to do a double surgeon's one like this. Go back down, and I'm going to tie off here, and I'm going to do another double. Alright, now I'm going to weave my thread like this. So there's no possible way for it to come loose on you, because once it's in there, it's good and secure. So we'll just cut this thread off, and now I'm going to add on another piece. Like this. I ain't gonna add a lot of thread because I don't want to keep wasting my fireline. This shit's too expensive. Oops, I swore. I'm sorry. I offended someone on my videos by swearing. I guess she's a God-fearing person, and she was upset because I swore and my son was sworn, or swore, on my videos. And I'm just a human, natural person. I'm a Roman Catholic, but I'm not perfect, and I'm never, ever, ever, ever going to profess to be perfect. I make mistakes. I sin just like everyone else. And I swear. And I'm pretty sure you all know that. I'm not perfect, and I'll not ever profess to be a Miss Goody Two-Shoes. Okay, so I'm at my base row here, and I'm just going to go through here, and I'm going to tie a knot. And the reason I'm tying it here is because it'll be glued, you know, with the E6000 when we glue our end caps on, end cap bars. So I'm just adding thread into that thread bridge. You can pick any one you want. I picked the one I'm working out of. Now I'm just going to go across over like this, and I'm going to tie some half hitch knots here, and I'm really going to secure my thread. Bring this down and go through it like that, and I'm going to do it again. So my thread is very, very secure in there. And then all you're going to do is bring your needle back up to where you were working, like that, and continue on with your herringbone. See how easy that was? And I'm just going to keep finishing all 29 rows, and I will be back. But I just wanted to show you how to add on thread, and you can just snip this off because it's going to be hidden inside. Your tail, I don't think it's a good idea. You should put some thread on, at least weave it in and tie it off or something so it can get glued in here too if you want to do that. So I'm going to go finish this. I'm almost done, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm at the end now where I've done my 29 rows. Now line it up with your base here. Okay, so you can see you're using 2 per row, 2 sets of 2. So these 2 are for the first row, these 2 are for this row, and these 2 are for this row. So I'm coming out on this side, so I'm lining it up, making sure it's not twisted anywhere, and I'm going into the bead like that, into the base row like this. Okay, and then I'm just going to drop my needle down and go a little ways down. Whoa, not that far. Like this. Okay, and then go across and back up, and back into your base row like this, and then do it again. Go up a few beads this time, and that'll be good and secured, and then across and back on your base. Alright, so now that's good and secured, and there is your, well, almost done bracelet. So now you're going to just go across into the next 2 beads. So you're in your last 2 beads, last 2 groups of beads here on your base row, and we're going to add another row of crystals. So again, there's the thread bridge. I'm coming out of this bead, and right beside it is the thread bridge that you need to get into. So go into that thread bridge, and again go through it again like this, and then tie a half hitch knot or a surgeon's knot. Go twice and pull it tight, so you know you are right dead center in between these 2 groups of beads. Okay, and then you're going to go ahead and pick up your beads, and I need to pick up 25. So I'm picking up 25 because that's how many I have here. And 5 more. All right. Okay, so we're going right across here. Hopefully you can see this. We're going to go in between our thread bridge, or in between our beads into the thread bridge, which is right there. Okay, and now you're going to tie some half hitch knots, and to secure it, you can tie as many half hitch knots as you want. And then you're going to go right back through all those beads again. So that's done. and then go back through them again. And you can go through them 2-3 times, whatever you feel justified, depending what kind of crystals you use. These crystals are sharp, they cut your thread, so that's why I like to go a couple of times. This is definitely gonna fit Barbie's wrist. Alright, so done that. Now make sure you tie it off, 1/2 hitch knots, like so. And now we're going to tie this thread off, because now we are completely done Barbie's bracelet. Look at how pretty. Barbie's bracelet. Well, okay, it could be a ring. Wouldn't that make a cool ring? But anyway, there it is. So the way I did this was I tied it off on the end here. So I just went in all those thread bridges and wrapped and wrapped. So I'm going to weave my way down. Whoopsies, don't pull too tight. You don't want to buckle that. And tie a 1/2 hitch knot here. Alright, we should be good. Now you're going to cut your thread off. As I stated before, you would definitely best to weave your needle, or put your needle back on and put this thread through at the top, like this. And you could trim it off a wee bit, your tail. Alright, now it's gluing time, and you're going to take your 2 of these, and you're going to get your glue out, and I've got a spare needle here to smudge it with. And I'm just going to use the end of the needle, get some glue, and I'm going to put it inside this little cup thing. Don't want to do too much glue because it's just going to seep out. This stuff stinks. So strong. Alright, now you're going to get your pliers, which you definitely need pliers. Grab hold of your end cap. Place it over top of the first 5 beads. Okay? 5 rows. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be for the last one. Alright, so now you need to squish this down without crushing your beads, of course. Be very careful. Alright, there's one done. Make sure that stays flat. And now you're going to stick some glue into this one. I'm just kind of smushing it around here a little wee bit more. It's always to be safe than sorry. Okay, grab this in your pliers, and then you're going to put this over the last 5 beads. And if you use pliers, it's easier to maneuver this. And then squish it down. Stay down, you goofy. And press. very carefully. You do not snap your beads off. And of course, after about 20 minutes, your E6000 will start to be set, but it will not be completely cured. You have to let that sit overnight. I would anyways, personally. Oopsies. Okay, so squish this down. It's good. And the glue will hold that on. And then you're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. You're going to take some glue, fill up your little cuppy here. Well, don't fill it, just smudge some glue around. Try to get it so there's glue on everywhere on here, because I'm telling you, this will really secure it. Grab your end. I got glue on me, which I'm going to wipe off my fingers because I do not want to get the glue on my beads. And you're going to put it on the first 5. And I know you guys are going to ask me what size this cap is. Honest to God, I don't know. I have so many different sizes, and when I bought them from eBay, they didn't come. I just bought every size they had. And you see I got some glue in that closure part. Make sure you get that glue off out of there. Clean it out. Okay. There. That's done. And now one more. Whoa. Well, I just made a big mess. Alright, let's get the cap back on this guy before it starts drying out. And it does dry out quickly, so work with it pretty quick. Alright, getting the glue off my fingers so I don't get it on my beadwork. Whoops, make sure that's flat. Get your end cap on and give it a squish. And if you squish this down snug enough, you know when this glue dries here anyways and glue seeps out, it will just rub right off of your metal base here. Okay, they got these little teeth on here, so it really holds this in place. So I really like how this turned out better by using less crystals. I didn't overdo it with the crystals. And then you're just going to take your jump rings and you're going to add them. I really don't want to work with this while the glue is wet, so I'm just going to set this aside. And I'm going to just show you quickly just by adding your jump ring in here and adding a toggle. Now, like I said, I used 2 extra jump rings, one on each one of the toggles, and an extra one over here in order to lengthen my bracelet, because that way now it fits my wrist. And I really like this, so I'm not going to take this one apart, and that's why I didn't want to make another one, because I don't need 2. But I like purple. It was my mom's favorite color, so, and it is my favorite color. Yeah, so there you go, guys. Add in whatever toggle you want. Make sure when you're making your bracelet that you always leave room for your toggle. So if you're making an 8-inch bracelet, you want to make this about 7 inches, but this is about 1.5 inches in here for me. But that's because I made it too short. So it might not be 1.5 inches for you. It might just be 1 inch with just 1 jump ring in each. And I'm using oval jump rings. I really like that. It turned out so pretty. So there you have a sweet little tiny Barbie bracelet. And And like I said, you can add whatever you want here. You can finish it off however, whatever means you have at home in your stash. Use what you can, or order these from eBay. They're super cheap. You get a whole package of, I've got all different sizes, and this is the way they came. I got all different sizes. The big bar didn't fit across. The one that I have, the biggest one, it went from about here to here, so it wasn't long enough. So I had to use two. So like I said, use your imagination and do what you can with the end. I like the finished look of this, how pretty that looks, and the security of it having two toggles instead of one, so it's very secure on your wrist, and it is still a bit snug, but oh well. Alright, so as I mentioned in the video, that I had a little surprise at the end of this video, and I do. For now, my husband and I made up our minds we're not going to run any more contests. There was a great deal of problem with the last contest, and a lot of unkind words were exchanged on YouTube, Facebook, and on Google+. So, every now and again, and you must watch all my videos as they come out, my new videos, to see if there's going to be a surprise at the end of that video, and that's how I'm going to be doing this. So, for this little giveaway, I am going to give one person an entire kit to make this color bracelet in all these beads, the toggles, these metal bars. The only thing that's not going to come in your kit, you will get your needle, you will get your fireline, is the E6000 glue. Now the reason I'm not going to send E6000 glue is because a lot of countries might not allow you to ship some kind of glue like that. So I'm not going to bother with that. You must have your own glue and your own tools. I'm not going to be sending you tools. I will send you enough beads in this kit to make an 8-inch bracelet. So what you see here, you will have a few extra beads so you can make it the 8 inches instead of using 2 jump rings, because I'm only going to send enough jump rings to make 4 jump rings. There'll be 2 for this closure and 2 for this toggle bar here. You will receive 4 of these. You will receive enough beads to do your purple here. You will receive the crystals, and you will receive this color as well. So you're going to get everything to complete this entire kit. I'm just going to whip it up together and put it all in little baggies and put the kit together, so you can just refer back to this video on how to make this entire bracelet. Now, how to get your name in to win this. All you have to do is comment on this video. I have blocked all comments on all my videos now for review. So I have to review your comment before it's going to show up on YouTube, and then I can just allow it. So I will, what I want you guys to do is just comment and tell me what you would like to see me do in like a how-to video, what you want to see, something you don't know. Please don't go overboard and say all kinds of wacky beads, because I'm not going to go order a bunch of wacky beads and do a tutorial on it, just so you know that. So don't waste your time writing a video, or a comment about some kind of wacky beads. Mostly on how to, what you don't know how to do, and if I know how to do it, I'll gladly do a video on it for you. So in about I don't know, a week or two, I'll pick a name randomly through a generator. Off of the internet, you can get all kinds of programs that will automatically pick a name, but it must be a comment about what you would like to see in an upcoming video. And that's about all you have to do. You don't got to go to Facebook, and you don't got to go to Twitter or Google or anything like that, just make a comment. Now I will continue to do this, and it's not going to happen on every video. I don't know which video it's going to happen on, and you're not going to know about it until you actually watch the video like you did with this one. So for those of people that didn't enter into this giveaway, it's because they didn't watch the entire video and they didn't get to see that there was a little surprise twist in the end. So yeah, you're going to get everything to make this. All the Swarovski crystals, everything that you see on this bracelet, you're going to get. Okay, so that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and you try making this with different beads. I'm sure it's going to be gorgeous. You can probably make 20 of these and use colors to coordinate with your clothing for work or something like that. I can't wear jewelry at work because it gets damaged very quickly doing mail. So anyway, see you guys soon on the next video. Like I said, comment below. Let me know what you'd like to see on a how-to video, and I'll be glad to try and accommodate you the best way I know how. Okay? See you soon. Bye.